All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's opening day, season 2 of Prism League. And I hope I typed that right on Borrow. I kind of have a feeling I did Pixel. But I'm looking at chat and a doggo and couch co-stream. You know, Pickop, that would be a great way to start off season 2. What do you think, doggo?
I'm not here. What do you mean? I got
This
a game
is
in an hour. What do you mean? I would never be here. Hello?
I'm excited. This was it. Look, so Doggo wanted to take game 1 of the season, and I was very
Uh-oh.
happy to let him do that. However, his team was scheduled as
This
game
works.
1 for the longest time, so he couldn't do that. And then this one got scheduled an hour before, so messaged me yesterday and was like, "What about co-stream?" I'm like, "Dude, yeah, let's do it. I'm good with that."
You do have to see a tiny bit scuff, but it's fine.
Is it okay?
It's the pixel background, and then you.
Oh.
I
Where's
mean, they can see
rosters?
the stats is the most important part.
That's because I didn't do that. I forgot to hide a thing, but now we're good. Now we
Yeah.
get the match set up.
The one thing
I
I'll have you change after this, but it's fine. It works.
look. This is a good opening match.
Yeah. I
Uh,
mean, I said it before we got started. I believe this is pretty much our only playoffs rematch, and we have the reigning champions playing again. So, perfect way to kick off season 2.
I'm blanking on typing a password.
I can talk about the match. I mean, we'll see about the teams. Obviously, it's a new season. I have no idea what to expect. We got new players on both sides. Schmeej is obviously someone who appeared as a PFA, played with the Wave against Florida once last season, but I don't think much otherwise. Cronus,
Was
entirely
it
new player.
or was it?
What
Did he? I know he played with Florida at one point. I can't. I thought that was the Wave
did he?
game.
He might have.
I think.
No,
Yeah. I
I know
think.
he was with the Wave against Florida. He might have played with Florida later.
Okay.
But and it was Florida. That's the 5 game series there. I know that the Wave didn't have 6 full.
Make sure Appa is the manager. Correct. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Pace. All right. Info has been sent out. 3 minutes late, but hey, it's game 1. Okay.
It's
I
game 1.
ain't perfect. It's gonna take time. Um, I do want to give a big shout out to Doggo. We were talking about he was talking about how he wanted stats to look, and I was like, what if we just threw in last season's stats to give people kind of an idea of how these teams could shape up? Because obviously you know the names, but if you weren't paying too much attention last season, this kind of gives you a look in at it.
Sure, Couch, you see what Ben said?
Oh, yep. Just
Yeah.
sent that. Yeah, that is a good thing. Everybody who's paying attention to that, make sure when you are playing a league game, you have to be in your team's VC. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure the rules are a forfeit.
Follow-up question, can I get an invite or the info, potentially?
You can get neither. You're just going to be co-casting
Okay.
on a blank
Oh, no.
screen.
No, a cast from the stream with a 3-second delay. Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, Mello, I think it's in part just to make sure, one, it makes interviews easier, and then two, just kind of verifies that the team's there, pretty much.
Yes. Unfo Schmeegs, I'm already disconnected, by the way.
Huh.
It says disconnected and packet loss. Great start. Great
I
start.
still hear you, at least.
Um,
And stream does not appear to be lagging.
Schmeegs was a PFA for a couple games last season, and I thought he put out some pretty decent performances. I mean, for
Yeah.
only playing in what 2 series, I think 7 goals, 36 shots with 5 assists and 17 saves. If it was only 2 series you played in, yeah, heck, even if it was 3 series, it's pretty good numbers to be putting up.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited to see what it's like for Schmeeks to be on a team and actually build chemistry this season.
Yes, obviously we said it during the draft. Florida were the team with the worst capital to work with picks wise, and I like the roster they built, but we'll see how it ends up going in the end.
I do want to
And
say we have everybody in here. However, I'm looking over at the chat and I don't see them in their VC.
yeah, Schmeegs or Schmeegs, whatever, he played 10 games, so I think that's 2 series. Both went to Game 5.
Sounds about right.
Oh, it was with Florida against Miami. Was their other
Okay.
one? Are you in the Team VC in the 8-bit server, Appa? Because
Yes, you gotta be in
you got to be in your
8 bits
normal
Team VC.
VC. Yeah, because
I
the
mean,
game was scheduled for 7 minutes ago.
yeah, the submissions always
Hello, you got to
close
get here.
anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes after game time starts, depending on when stream starts.
Exactly, you got to get there. Exactly, Mello.
All right. I believe they are all in now. Just waiting on Nels. As soon as Nels joins, we can go. And we
Perfect.
don't have to worry about a forfeit for the first game because everybody is here.
W. Um, but yeah, obviously you could talk about the team history. They are new rosters, but 2 Florida teams, 2 returning names, and Florida won in the regular season, but the Wave won when it mattered. That 6-game win in the semifinals.
On our way
But
to a championship.
now we roll.
We got a good kickoff headed straight for Nels off the ceiling. Plays it mid. Nobody is there. I believe a demo came out on the person potentially a pass to, but now Schmiegs will go off the ceiling, get that touch around Akaza. Nels low boost, pops it high. Cronus is up, but so was Samu. Might get a little awkward on the defensive end, but it's a great 50 to stop any pressure. Cronus, another name I'm not too familiar with, so I'm interested to see what he brings to this Florida team.
Absolutely. Another new player that I don't believe was registered at all last season. As hold on, shot there. It does
Ooh.
go wide. I do know he played in the 2s tournament with Halio, and they got second place.
That's right. That's where the name I
Not
remember it.
sure he appeared in any of the scouting scrims, but definitely a name to watch out for.
As Cronus not taking that to the ceiling. Schmee's going to have a chance. Maybe to Samu. Good 50 right there. Keeps the pressure on the wave side. Florida looking to hopefully break out, but Nels is going to shut that down. Stays with it off the ceiling. Somewhat gets it mid. That should not count as a shot. Going to ruin the stats, but nonetheless, it's a shot and a save. Another one. Samu able to get that one out, but Akaza keeping the pressure. Does get bumped. Allows Cronus to get it clear off the backboard. No boost. Can't stay with. But Schmieg, soft touch, read by Nels. Appa. Nels, same corner. Samu will take. Try to stay with good 50. Cronus has a little bit of boost. Just has to beat Appa. Gets it off the backboard. No double. Samu, low boost. Can't get to it. And Nels is going to have the clear. Now full boost. Takes it high to the sky. Gets a 50. Samu able to get the save off of that one. It's a pretty
pressure.
Seems pretty back and forth right now. No real Florida opportunities that I know of, but wow, Wave. Another
No
shot,
boost.
but another great save. Cronus backboard. Schmeeks, no boost too. Leaves Samu back, full boost, gets the touch. Go ahead.
I mean, we've gone end to end, but the Wave have been the ones to get shots, so Florida really need to try to get control when they get down here. Maybe a chance on this one.
Great pinch to get a clear out. Samu low boost, but Schmeeks does pick up the full in the corner. A little bit of a bump, but still stays with to get a touch. Now a demo comes out on Appa. Samu off the side wall. Nobody's going to be there mid, so a free bang for Nels. Can't follow it up. Schmeeks able to read that one. Now Appa into the corner. Bounces out.
Oh.
Ooh, good.
There it is.
Double by Akaza, and the Wave finally break through that Ospreys backline. Cronus got a bit
gonna be glad
awkward.
to know. Kaza gets the first goal of season 2. 1-0 wave. Definitely, I think with the play, like we said, we have gone end to end, but the wave been far more dangerous. Now, finally, they break through.
Yeah, it feels like the goal was very, very well deserved. All the pressure, something's gotta fall. Defense can only hold on for so much, as that's a big clear downfield. Samu's up off the backboard. Can anyone get there? It's gonna be a goal for Cronus. League debut gets the goal off a great pass from Samu.
Everyone involved on that play. Love to see it. Week 1, already the chemistry there. And the lead did not hold long.
Yeah, a lot of 0-0 shots for the wave. Florida.
Oh. Oh. Uh-oh.
I kind of forgot I had face cam. So I'm glad everybody can see that. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say wave all the pressure, but it led to nothing. And finally, when they break through, Florida finds something, and they find 2 to take a lead with less than 2 left.
Yeah, Appa, the defender, trying to dive back. A lot of pressure on that one. Did have the time. Got faked, but he'll get it right back. 2-2.
All right, 0-0. Now it's pouring in. This is what I'm sure everybody loves to see. You come here for the goals.
Absolutely. We love to see a shootout. 109 seconds to go. I'm interested to see how long this keeps going.
Yeah, I mean, hey, at the rate it's going, we may see a 7-6 win in OT right now, as that's going to be another attempt, but a good save by Kaza. I'm not going to lie, I think that might be their first save. I could be very wrong. I don't have my controller to pour up the scoreboard. Okay, so 2 goals for Ospreys. First save by the Wave comes at like a minute 40. And that's going to be a third one. The Wave take the lead back. Good force by Nels.
That's Samu's second save, just falling down on the ball, but this time, not a clear. Appa, great putback over all 3 defenders. Gives them the lead.
I want to give out a good shout out to Nels. That was a great bump on the back wall to force Samu into an awkward spot that led to the goal. As now Cronus might get a double, but a good clear out by Nels. Samu trying to get it back mid. Good clear by Akaza. Straight to Cronus. No boost. Does reverse Goomba. Cronus can't stay with it. High pop mid. Samu's there. High touch off to the side. Trying to keep it back in. It's awkward. Oh, trying for the bump, I believe, but ended up clearing it out of the way. Now a shot by Appa, saved by Schmiegs. Less than a minute to go. Ospreys need to find one more if they want to stay in game 1 and not go down to start the season. Akaza pinch off the sidewall. Cronus is there. Has to avoid a bump. Good 50. Nels will take over. Full boost. Now Samu pop. Can't get over Nels. Keeps it on the Ospreys half. If they keep this pressure up, it should be the game, but no. Cronus tries to get it center, but just gets a pinch that's too powerful to go across field. Good clear out. Cronus turning. Samu looking for a bump against Demoed instead. 10 seconds off the backboard. Cronus dropped down, but a save by Akaza. Nels fakes the touch. Schmiegs trying to get this back downfield to get a tying goal. It comes down to the final minute. Cronus high pop. Samu's there. Can't get the touch, and it's gonna be a Wave 1-0 lead.
I was gonna say, though, definitely. There was a flip in there. Where as soon as that first goal went in, Florida really started to get the pressure.
Something happened, you know. That first one came through, they're like, all right, we haven't done anything. Just shoot. We got to get shots going. And sure enough, one went in. I'd say a lucky little kickoff. Ball bounces right where no one can get it. Takes the lead, but the Wave did not like that. Had the shot lead in the series, ended up with the goal lead. Phenomenal game 1 to start the season. It's a high bounce off kickoff. Appa is able to touch that one. Nels up back mid to Appa. Good team play, but a good cutout by Schmiegs. Cronus awkward. Samu has to get up, plays it to the corner, tries to stay with, but no cigar. Good touch by Schmiegs. Gets a double just past Sam. Oh, that's awkward. Cronus is there. No boost. Samu will take over. Pops it to the corner. Tries to stay with again. Can't get in Nell's way. 30 seconds pass. Florida looking to keep pressure right now. First minute of play. Demo comes out. Schmiegs over teammate. Now stays with, but not enough boost to make a play out of this. Samu plays that over to Cronus in the back left corner. Grabs the boost. Gets off the corner wall. Has time. Has boost. Looks for a bump. No one there. Samu looking for a shot, but a good read by Nels. Nels looking for a bump immediately. Akaza stays with. Gets it mid, but a good read by Cronus. Samu. Side wall stays with. May have gotten the reset. Did not. Could not use the flick on the ball. Schmiegs. High off backboard. Akaza able to clear it out, but does get the boost stolen. Stays with. Finds a third touch. Cronus right there, though. Nels. Back wall to Appa. Gets a 50, but a demo comes out on the other end, so no real pressure by the Ospreys right now. Appa, awkward touch. Akaza is there, though. Gets beat. Samu looking to play a touch, potentially off the backboard, maybe back mid, but could not find anything.
I will say, for the most part, we've definitely picked up where game one left off. Ospreys definitely the main team pushing forward, although Wave have gotten a couple chances. We'll cause another one forward. Schmieges his low boost.
Good read. I see it's a lot of big bangs, I feel like, coming out of the Ospreys. There we go. They're on the board. They've needed one of those to connect. They're getting the clears. It's the follow-up touches as we see Samu get one to Cronus, and they link up for the team's first goal in Game 2, just like in Game 1.
Absolutely. Just a lot of pressure. Both defenders have the boost, but just trying to dive to hope for a read. Another one got it, and Florida take full advantage. Game 1, when we saw a goal, it really opened up. Will we see the same? Or can the defenses stay strong?
I have a feeling if Florida wants to win this, they have to keep that defense solid. I'll be honest, I don't think they win in a shootout.
Yeah, agreed.
Especially with the demos coming out like that, taking away all offensive momentum. Ospreys down one. He's back on the field, but does get beat. Gets taken out again. Good 50 by Appa. It's going to be there for a shot. So slow, but Schmiegs just barely gets that one off the goal line. Now a high pop by Samu. It's going to hit the ceiling. Everybody on Ospreys is low boost. This could be dangerous. Wave just have to push it downfield. Nels does get the reset, just can't use the flick. Appa backboard cleared out by Schmiegs. Low boost will stay with. Gets a bit of a pinch, but that's a big pinch and clear right there by Cronus. Good boost steal. Samu trying to keep the pressure. Good 50 by Akaza. 18 boost, plenty of boost. Gets somewhat of a pass mid. It's gonna be in. Appa on the board. 1-1.
That's just in the trust. Obviously not a perfect touch by Kaza, but beats the defender, and what really matters, Appa on that so fast that there are two defenders there, and yet they still can't reach it, and it is tied.
Great positioning, like you said, trust, having faith that your teammate is going to get you the opportunity to shoot the ball before the defenders can get there.
At least on Samu.
Ooh. Good defense right there by the Ospreys. Well, like I said, I don't see them winning in a shootout. So they've got to find some magic again and hold on. You give the Wave more momentum, and I think it might be over.
Good touch.
No soft touch down. Appa, high pop. Akaza will try to follow, but a good read by Cronus to get a 50 out of it. Final minute of play as there's a shot. Nell is able to get the catch to the corner. Good read by Samu. Cronus can't get up to it. Akaza will have the touch. Now Cronus dropped down, but Appa there. Beat Schmiegs. Cronus can't get that one. Samu pass out to Cronus. Little bit of a pinch. That was a baby pinch. Trying to get it downfield. But, ooh, Samu not able to get the touch. Schmiegs now back wall. Can't find that one either. No shot. No bump, but it's in regardless.
The pressure.
2-1.
Didn't make contact, but made him jump, and that's enough.
Yep. Samu missed it on the sidewall. Schmiegs missed it off the backboard. Cronus left in a 1v2 scenario. Wave back on top with 30 left.
Now Florida need a miracle. Like you said, they need to find some magic. This might be the chance they need. 2v1.
Oh,
Demo comes
okay.
through.
I thought he might have taken it up too early there, doggo.
He calmed down. There, that touch was rough. He tried to jump, but especially when the demo came through, did great to recover and walk it in. And we are tied.
What I've seen so far, that Samu Cronus connection. The chemistry seems like it's been there. They've been the two that have gotten them the goals. I can't remember who scored on the kickoff. The kickoff one was kind of chalked, though, so not going to really chalk that up. The team play is what a save by Appa in the final few seconds to keep the wave tied. Schmiegs may have another. No, Akaza Big Bang. Nels can't get up to it. Appa can off the backboard. Awkward. Samu touched down. Woo. It's cleared out, and we've got our first overtime of Season 2. Good demo comes out.
Pretty much must win for Florida here. Loss would mean down against match point.
Same scoreline, too. That doesn't feel good.
True.
And
there it is.
That's going to be the same scoreline. 3-2 Wave win again. Schmiegs.
I mean, all three are
forcing
there.
the
None
boost.
can reach.
I want to say it was Cronus rotating back for that big boost, whereas Schmiegs was going out to get it and then turning around. May have been better to let Cronus take it and keep the momentum going. We'll never know, though. The game's over.
True.
Wave are up 2-0.
And once again, Wave by far out shooting them. Early in that game, this game was kind of the opposite of the last one. Early on, it really felt like Florida were the team with more momentum. But then again, the Wave flipped that, and then they were the ones getting all the push that we said Florida needed a miracle. They really didn't have a chance to get it. Just that one counterattack that if the Wave can sit back maybe a little bit more, that wouldn't even happen.
Yeah, we got 5 shots to 9. Not a huge margin, but 4 more shots is 4 more shots. And it showed in the end. Florida's got to find some magic early on. Break down this. The Wave, I got to give credit to Wave's defense. It's been solid when it's needed to be. Florida's got to break it down, get a lead, and then keep the pressure and rotation up. Could we see our first reverse sweep of the season in Game 1?
I mean, we could. I think that last game was especially closer. And we did have a couple of reverse sweeps in Week 1 last season, so possible.
I know everybody would love to see it. I personally, look, I'm here for Game 5s. And a reverse sweep Game 1, that just sets a good storyline for the season for both teams. A redemption arc as Appa gets the 1-0 lead for the Wave.
He's been the guy all series, and once again, just a strong shot in Florida. Too anxious. Push forward and just have to watch it roll in.
The manager stepping up big time for his team right now. Getting the goals in. Will we see the same from Ospreys? As Samu has set up 3 of their 4 goals. Might need a bit more, though, as we touched on. 3-2, both games won by the Wave. Samu, side wall, decent amount of boost, able to get a flick off the backboard. Nobody there to shoot. Schmiegs playing that good third, does keep the touch in, though. High pop by Nels. Low boost, gets the reset, gets past Samu, gets the flick, but Cronus right there. Awkward pinch, Akaza. Last back, ball just gets left. Cronus may have thought Schmiegs was coming for it. Nonetheless, Samu can't get that double. Nels, back wall. 50 by Appa, ball goes straight up. Kaza, plenty of boost off the ceiling. Can't find the touch. Cronus will have time. Will have boost. Plays it out mid. Can't stay with. Nels, side wall. Cleared out. Schmeeks might be able to get a good read here. No. Gonna leave it for Cronus.
Good double. Second
Touchdown.
touch, so big.
Yeah. Nels, no boost on this sidewall. Cronus pre-jumps, gets the touch. Samu gets the demo. Akaza's just going to rip one on net. Good save by Schmeeks, but now Samu low boost. Schmeeks going to have to follow up. Just touches it downfield. Had a passing option to the left potentially, but may not have been able to get that touch over to him. Schmeeks, high pop mid. Nels up quick. Samu had to just leave it. Now Cronus, 50 off the back wall. Akaza there off the back wall as well. Nels pushing, good 50. Try to stay with and get something mid. Appa's there, but a good 50 by Schmeeks to get it cleared out. Will follow it up. High pop. Low boost again for the Ospreys. Can't commit on that attack. Nels, good pre-jump. Schmeeks plays it down. Going to be off the corner again. Back mid. Samu shooting chance. Puts it bottom left. But Nels gets the save. Appa gets the demo. Oh, little Nels freestyle maybe?
A little too close to the ball.
Yeah, couldn't get the musty to go off. I would have, I mean, hey, start week 1 with something like that. I wouldn't have been upset.
Yeah, I liked the landing on the ceiling, but put him a little close to the ball. Couldn't get around it. I will say, though, under 2 minutes to go. Once again, the Wave controlling it, and once again, Florida now need to find a goal. Otherwise, now the series is over.
Good read by Cronus right there. Great 50. Schmeeks actually has the boost, has the patience. Sorry, not the patience. The speed to keep up with that, but Samu does get beat by Akaza, sends it the other way. Final minute and a half to play. Shot saved by Cronus, has the momentum. Try to stay with, can't. Samu, low boost. Schmeeks will cut, pop it up, and stay with. Can't get the reset, so Akaza will play that down. Samu, good catch, but again, low boost. I feel like the Ospreys have been the team without the boost in this series, and it has shown. Can't keep the pressure going.
Wave have just been so controlled, and I mean, you mentioned Appa's demos, something we definitely have seen in the past from him. Especially in game 2, had a big impact. Now Florida trying to push out.
As a demo does come out, Schmeeks low boost. Oh, what a
Just
play, but a good recovery by Cronus. Good read by Samu, able to play to the corner. Final 40 to play, though. Ospreys, I don't feel like they've really had pressure at all this game. No real shooting opportunity. So it's going to be a miracle. They've got to find some openings here. Whether it be a solo play to beat everyone or a good timed pass. Final 20. Will they get anything? Cronus, flick over one, but Akaza's there. Full boost, able to slow it down. Samu goes up, gets a 50. Nobody able to follow that up, though, because, again, Schmeeg's back, but no boost. Now has to go to the corner and wait. Tries to clear it out. Appa's there. 50 down. Ball will hit, and the Wave will sweep week 1 3-0.
Just clean. We said it didn't look dominant. 1-goal games every time, but in this third game especially, they locked it down. They got a shutout, and they secure the sweep.
Every game was 1 goal, but it didn't feel like that. It just felt like the Wave were the team. And it shows with a sweep. You know, a sweep is a sweep. I've said it before. That's how I look at it. The games were close, but I just feel like the Ospreys didn't really have the chance to win it.
Yeah.
But bear with us a moment. First interview of the season is on the way. Yes, to everybody say bye to Doggo and good luck. He plays in 30 minutes.
Yep, it was a pleasure to be here.
Yeah,
it was a great game. Hoping to put on another one, but yep.
Thank you,
Go look
Doggo.
at the interview.
Good luck. Welcome back, everyone. I have the first winners of Prism Season 2 St. Petersburg Wave with me. It was a sweep. Every game was one goal, but it felt like y'all were just the team today. It felt more dominant than the scoreline showed. How does it feel to already have that much chemistry in week one?
Rick, it's say. Okay. Feels pretty good, I would
Yeah.
say. Uh, I think the main difference between our two teams is like they're obviously good too, but we had just had a ton of pressure. Like
Yep.
we were in their end probably like 70% of the game.
I think it was game one. They went up 2-0. Obviously, pretty good pass play off the backboard, but then the unlucky kickoff. And then I think it was under 2 minutes left. Y'all got a save, and I had to ask Doggo if that was y'all's first because other than the first shot and the lucky kickoff, there was just nothing they had. Y'all were locking them down at the midfield and keeping it on their side.
Oh, but
It's
you can answer that one. That one's your save.
Uh, we're just better. Better chemistry, you know.
I mean, fair. It looked like it. Y'all looked when a ball was up and y'all touched it. Y'all were pretty much there. Y'all were ready for it. There was a great play. Doggo pointed out game two. Akaza had it on the right side. Not much boost, but was able to get the flick off the back wall. And Appa, you had faith in him to get that touch. You were right there and put it in before the defenders could get there.
Good little kitten he is.
Good little kitten he is indeed.
Okay.
Can we get a meow?
Whoa, what?
You
Appa just
almost
Come on,
did
screamed
it.
out.
Appa.
You know,
Come
meow,
on,
meow.
Appa. You know you want to.
Meow.
There
There
we
you
go.
Boy, good boy.
We'll have him work on it as the season progresses.
Yeah, we need a little more emphasis on it, you know?
Okay.
Um
What the heck?
no, I thought for week one that was an amazing showing. Um Obviously, y'all's names speak volumes. Appa, Nels, Akaza, that's a solid team. Were we going to see that week one? And y'all answered. I'm so excited to see what y'all have.
Wait, what?
Who do we bring
Impressive
in?
week one. Yes, I am also excited, Coach.
Uh-huh.
yeah, definitely. Um,
I'm
let me
not gonna
look at.
lie. Like 20 minutes before the game, I was working on my car, and I got a message from Appa. Where are you? I'm
It's
like,
good.
I'm not on. Why? It's like we have a game, dude. I'm like, oh crap. So,
Let me hop in here. Obviously, it's kind of hard to determine what next week's gonna look like because we haven't seen New York yet. But after what I saw, I gotta be confident in y'all.
Who's on New York?
That
Kilo, Yemi, and Getsy.
that's it. I was about to say great question because I don't have the teams memorized yet. Usually I do, but
I
Can you
know
name?
Kilo and Getsy very well. I'm a D1 Kilo hater,
Yeah,
and
fuck you.
even though I love him, I love you, Kilo, but fuck Kilo. Uh, I know Getsy pretty well. I'm not super close to Yemi, but I'm pretty confident we could beat that squad. Might not be a
Yami's
sweep,
my
but
he's my old teammate. Fuck Yami.
I mean, fair.
Ren has requested a sofa meow.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
You suck.
Not even for the one time.
Not even for the one time.
20 gifted sub. I'm just kidding.
Wait, right meow?
Oh, there
20
it
gifted
is.
right
For
meow?
free.
Yo,
All right. Well, thank y'all showing up, getting season 2 started with a banger sweep. I wish y'all luck. Look forward to casting y'all some more, and I hope y'all have a good night.
sir.
All right, game 1 is done. Stay tuned. In 25 minutes, we've got the second Prism game of the week. It's going to be Miami Nocturnal Hurricanes versus the Round Rock Rednecks. Rednecks looked like a pretty stacked team. I don't know how Code made it to the second round, but he made it to the very end, and Ben picked them up as well as Doggo. Of course, Miami got a new player, Boston. And then Discord name is Sam F125. Looking forward to seeing how he plays. But y'all stay tuned. Payout should be done. Yeah, I think so. It's not letting me pull it up. Yep, we're good. All right, y'all have a good one. See you in a little bit. Thank you for stopping by.